the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got a man, it's Gill. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. The inside handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Raging Cajuns offense will get the ball for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got
breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, get out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Takes a handoff. It's Rockwell. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Rockwell. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Louisiana! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the right. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. And the Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Touchdown, ULM. The defense putting points on the board. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a crease. It's Rockwell. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Looking to fire. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Final play of the quarter coming. Walker to throw. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a second down. from the gun. They'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Smith. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Warhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. He makes the tackle. The 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Warhawks are rolling down the field. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Warhawks! How about the renaissance of tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too, but I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Dennis. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. That's caught. It's Sampson. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Raging Cajuns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic up, and he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Raging Cajuns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Now they're going to throw it. Still looking, on the move. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the field. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to throw on third and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 6 over Illinois. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten.
There he goes. Really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Warhawks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The give on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Warhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Walker will fire. Pulls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The Warhawks will snap it on first and 10. Going to the running game. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Leaves it with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the returner will be brought down. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Blasted as he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Crosses the 45. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Warhawks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On the run, it's Rockwell. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Oh, he's got some space. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Raging Cajuns want to move quickly. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Webb. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got the end zone.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Walker to throw. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Warhawks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Louisiana has it back, in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The short hands, it's Johnson. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Going to the ground. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's the pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today.
To the ground with the back.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Walker will fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to run it. Gets down with the slide. And the Warhawks will line up to punt it away. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the move, it's Rockwell. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn him loose deep. Complete downfield. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. He did not hesitate, going for it on 4th and short from the 49. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Picks up the 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 8th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They knew the line they had to defend, had to keep him from getting to the 30, and they do it and force a 4th down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football. They make the tackle short of the 1st down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on 4th down.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
The defense defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you get...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Webb. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Walker to throw. Working that left side now. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A 6-point game, getting very deep in the 4th quarter, and the offense desperately needing to convert this 4th down. Stop short of the marker, and they stop with this defense, and they get the ball back. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. it is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Raging Cajuns will try to run off the clock in the final. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cajuns. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Walker will fire. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to...
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Louisiana. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Louisiana, 36, ULM, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Here he goes. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. It's really